Guys, this is my best friend Harry.
Hey, good to meet you.
New job, huh? Still gonna have time for tutoring?
We'll figure it out.
Marvel Spider-Man 2 is set for October 20th, and the game is also now live for pre-order bonuses. It's set for a few editions ranging from $70 to $200 for different physical editions. Not just that, you see, Marvel revealed another trailer, finally, showcasing more in-game footage featuring the game's promised double size and map, and some in-game locations, for example, Brooklyn. Anyway, Marvel Spider-Man 2 is coming to PlayStation 5 only, and this is how it will eventually look.
Talks about is how to be a better Spider-Man. How to help you.
What the hell's going on with Pete?
He's not himself. Go help him.
This was our dream. I'm not going to lose him.
We're going to heal the world.
This case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley.
The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale.
Number 2, we have Alan Wake 2. You probably heard by now it's releasing October 27 this year. That is on PCs and the next generation of consoles only, and hopefully a few months after it's going to be coming to past generation of consoles as well. I mean, we heard it's going to be coming to the Nintendo Switch 2 via the cloud service. Anyway, Remedy released another trailer for it, supporting 4K, Lumen, all bunch of new hardware features, and if you forgot, this is also an action survival horror story-heavy narrative game.
There's something I'm forgetting. Something important. Something's not right!
Easy now. First things first. What's your name?
I look upon you with pity, my lost child. For you have been deceived. Another sin.
Lords of the Fallen is now coming out October 13 for PCs, the next generation of consoles only, and if you missed it, we got a new trailer for it too, gameplay. Just make sure to check it out. The game itself, if you are new to, is a reboot of the decade-old action RPG, which was announced last year with the same name here. It's a Dark Souls inspired or dark fantasy Souls-like that's been in the making for years. The game is quite a bit inspired by the recent Elden Ring.
Have had to shape their own destiny. See what they have made of it. War, greed, hatred, suffering, chaos.
I'll check for myself if you don't mind.
But do be wary. We're boarded!
Warhammer 40k Darktide is now coming out October 4 this year. And it's going to be for PCs, Xbox Series X only, and it'll feature an entire co-op section in the campaign. And not just that, it's got some huge changes in upgrades and skill system, which the folks promise the players will be able to tinker with their playstyle and create different builds based off of what they like. Check it out to accompany the good words, we got a new trailer for it too.
Welcome, Hidden One. You have died and been reborn.
couple weeks ago, in case you missed it, we got an update on Assassin's Creed Mirage. Apparently the game is now indeed coming to PCs and to both generation of consoles too, excluding Switch, and it's going to be October 5 this year. It'll actually have a fully Arabic voiceover and quite a bit history accurate based off of Baghdad's atmosphere all the way back in the 9th century. We just got those words, in addition to a new trailer and some more in-game footage.
Embrace the fear. Quiet it. Find the stillness. And let's go.
Fully dynamic time of day with weather ensures a constantly evolving racing experience where no two laps ever look the same.
Number 6, it's the follow-up to Forza Motorsport 7, the same name as always, just Forza Motorsport, supposedly 8. The game is now finally coming out October 10 for PCs, Xbox Series X, and it's a Microsoft exclusive as always, with the promise that the new Motorsport will be a generational leap in scale, quality and immersion, with the addition of ray tracing, better graphics, vehicle destructions, a full and day-night cycle, and a lot more.
Even the Kyalami logo itself creates visual impact every time you see it, thanks to ray-traced global illumination, which simulates how hundreds of thousands of light rays accumulate color as they bounce between surfaces. We're rendering all our environments in 4K at 60 FPS, with real-time ray tracing on track to create true-to-life reflections on all smooth mirror and flat glass surfaces. With the incredible detail and rendering features of our track environments, Forza Motorsport is truly a generational leap.
Sonic Frontiers, the next Sonic 2 the action adventure Sega is making for like a couple of years, is now coming out October 17 for PCs and both generation of consoles, in addition to the Nintendo Switch. Sega just came out and announced that the new game is an all-new take on the 2D Sonic games, fast-paced and high-speed action platforming, in which you get to play as Sonic, Trails, Knuckles, and even Amy in solo or even co-op. Take a look. Bandai Namco went on a couple extra miles and released a couple of new trailers on Sword Art Online, Last Recollection, which is another JRPG these folks are making for years, and I think I mentioned it before with it just a cinematic, but this is gameplay, and the game is now basically coming to all consoles October 6th this year, delivering a much better gameplay, refined as opposed to previous iterations, a new story arc, and some more. Sitting on Steam through a demo for almost a couple days now, at number 9 we have an Unreal Engine, almost cartoony at the same time, atmospheric action adventure, challenging new IP from Don't Nod Entertainment, a game called Justin. The trailer here does a pretty fair job with showcasing with what the game has to offer, just a little bit of story and some gameplay, you can play the demo yourself, and most importantly a release date of October 31st for PCs and the next generation of consoles only. Probably the most anticipated game in its own genre since announcement. Moving on, we have Endless Dungeon. Basically the second title in the Endless universe, what some of you already know by Dungeon of the Endless. This new game is a roguelite tactical action shooter, more to the point, a semi-tower defense where you have to recruit a team of heroes and fight never-ending waves of monsters, like a little bit like alien shooters. Check it out, game's releasing October 19 this year.
Updated roster featuring the most iconic vehicles from the Hot Wheels world. Yeah, the ones you've always wanted. Excited? Wait until you see these.
If you didn't know this already, the Fast and Furious world is meeting Hot Wheels Unleashed in the new game Hot Wheels 2 Turbocharged, when it releases October 19th this year for PCs and consoles as well. Accompanying the news, we actually got a new trailer in addition to the promise of over 40 tracks, over 70 cars, and a lot of different licensed DLCs that's going to be released later down the line. Check it out.
Mix of speed and handling, swift, lighter and competitive. Drifter, to go into corners like a pro. Heavy duty, massive and stronger. And off-road, well, you get it. Oh yes, you heard it right, off-road, because even the terrains are new. And now each surface will have a different impact on the handling of your vehicle. So be strategic and take advantage of their abilities to master every terrain and show off your skills racing through exciting playgrounds. Take this quiet suburban house, for example. Not so quiet anymore, huh?
Another fine day ruined by tyranny. But don't weep, rejoice. Come and see fearless heroes challenging the monsters of steel.
Gangs of Sherwood went on and got itself another new trailer a few days ago. We came across the news that it'll release on October 19 this year for the PCs and the next generation of consoles only. This game, in case you're just new to, is a co-op action RPG, mainly multiplayer, about some Robin Hood kind of dude who steals from the rich and gives to the poor, no matter the challenge. Check it out.
No horror to make them blink away. No machine to beat their pulsing heart. And when the time has come to fight fire with fire,
scatter.
Last week, NIS America revealed another trailer for Disgaea 7 and finally promised a release date of October 3rd for the game, coming to PCs, Switch and the PlayStation consoles only. So if you're new to, just keep in mind, this is a series of strategy turn-based RPGs that go back to more than 20 years ago since the original game. It's a bit of a comedy theme, but the story and pace is so addicting, usually you stick with the games for at least a month. In case, this is how it looks.
Hooked a big one! Big time score!
Be gone.
I'm hungry!
Disgaea 7! Vows of the Virtuous!
The stagecraft. You will discover nothing but darkness. And once perceived, it will swallow you whole.
Number 14, by Harebrained Schemes developers, we've got a new game in the making called The Lamplighters Leak. This is a tactical turn-based RPG adventure, one of the most attractive games in the making, in my opinion, that's got both real-time and turn-based maneuvers. Here's the trailer. This game's coming to PCs and the next generation of consoles only on October 3rd this year.
Scoundrels, thieves, cutthroats, the best of the worst. Oh, come now. Try not to look so glum.
A couple of days ago, Nacon announced that Overpass 2, the off-road racing and route adventure game, is now coming out October 16 this year for PCs and the next generation of consoles as well. Previously, the game was supposed to be coming out in about 12 days from now. It just got a polished delay, and in addition to that, we got a new trailer too. We heard that in the sequel you go through 30 new tracks across 5 different game modes and over 40 different cars to choose from. Now, a Cry Machina, on the other hand, is an action RPG where in some future version of our Earth, these mechanical people, girls, have survived in a post-apocalyptic era, and they're just there to become real humans like Pinocchio. So why girls? I don't know, but I think the premise is something like the Nikki game, the mobile games in story. Anyway, this game is coming out October 24 this year for PCs, PlayStation consoles, and possibly the Nintendo Switch later on.
Our story is more than what hobbits and elves know. It is time we told it ourselves.
Coming from North Beach Games this time, the Lord of the Rings Return to Moria will be releasing on PCs and the next generation of consoles October 24 this year. It is a co-op survival crafting game featuring the dwarves race on a quest to restore harmony and glory to their homeland during the 4th age of the Middle Earth, if you're familiar with the timeline. The game is said to be heavily incorporating online and multiplayer, and to accompany the good news, we got this.
Come, my fellow dwarves, rally together. It's time we took back our home.
Wild card action!
Coming up behind that, we have Wild Card Football. This is a arcade action football game by Saber Interactive, the company's latest addition to the Arcade Sports Playgrounds franchise. Supposedly a much more action-oriented entry compared to his previous games. That is going to be also coming to PlayStation consoles, Xbox consoles, and PCs October 10 this year. Not much later, also into the Nintendo Switch as well. If you missed out on the announcement last week, Ghost Runner has a sequel in the making, for which 505 came out with a reveal trailer, a pretty short one, but really catchy. Said the game is now coming to the next generation of consoles in addition to PCs on October 26th, on my birthday. Anyway, here's a trailer. If you missed out on his original game, just know it's a fast-paced action game where there's a lot of jumping, dashing, and wall running.
Every pathway you carve out shapes the routine every day and opens the door to the extraordinary events that define their lives. City building starts with roads.
Paradox Interactive has the sequel to the city building sim game Cities Skyline, set for release October 22nd this year. The game is now coming to PCs and all consoles, supposedly Switch, a week later. You probably know this, but the game has been in development for over 5 years at least, with a promise of more freedom, weather changes, a day and night cycle, and a bigger world.
Inviting you to follow your creative impulses. Returning players will welcome upgrades to the road tools that introduce several of the most wished-for features. Other features are totally new. Use the road tools to create seamless city blocks in just 3 clicks. In no time, you'll lay long, beautiful stretches of road to link lively residential and industrial districts to your buzzing city center. Just like that, you'll thread traffic along wide, curving streets and elegant, elevated highways. You'll even add bridges and tunnels in only a few clicks. Intersections have been overhauled in city skylines too. Placement rules are less restrictive, and you can use pre-made intersections on new and existing roads. You can also add roundabouts. Yep, they're here. From gentle suburban roundabouts to roaring multi-lane roundabouts. It's never been easier.
A couple months ago, Microids announced that their highly anticipated sequel to Hercule Poirot, The First Cases, was a new entry called Agatha Christie The London Case, which was also then released about 2 weeks ago. Ever since, the company has announced a new Agatha Christie/Murder on the Orient Express crossover in the making that's going to be coming to PCs and all consoles October 19 this year. And this is the trailer.
There she is, Poirot, the most celebrated train in history. A passenger lies dead in his bed, stabbed.
You place the matter in my hands.
Create your own Star Trek story, with branching mission trees unique to each faction.
And last but not least, following the previous iterations, Star Trek Resurgence that came out April this year, we have ever since another one in the making called Star Trek Infinite. That's the work of Paradox Interactive, their strategy take on the franchise, which is set to offer a deep and complex experience combining diplomacy, warfare, and strategic decision making. Check it out, games releasing October 12th.
Customize your traditions. Control your planets and command your armies.